Alright, so now that I have measured the length that I need it to be, and I know this is where I'm cutting it, I then arranged this and I made sure that they were 90-degree angles, so that I knew I wasn't like cutting a very slanted line. And then I drew with my pencil a line, and this line is so that when I am sawing, I can look at it and see, okay, am I pushing this track or is it staying? I haven't had it where it has moved the track yet, but I just like to know that it's in line. So now what I would have to do is, because this can't just go like right on top, right? I know what the measurement is, but if I didn't, I would be measuring, okay, from the edge of my saw to where the blade is, what is that distance? Because now I need to move this over that much. So I happen to know what mine is. Okay, so now I have my line where I want the cut to be, and I have this distanced the amount from the edge of my saw to the blade so that I can just slide it up against this and it'll make a nice cut. And now I'm gonna check again if we are still at 90 degrees. Yeah, okay. Now I put in earplugs because it's loud. And then I put on my gloves because it's not necessary, I don't think, but I just don't have to worry about getting like splinters, or like if I want to push down on this, I'm not as scared to. So now what I'm going to do is see, I'm lining up my saw against my track. So this is the one I tried to do by hand, see how wavy it is, versus this was the one I did with the track. So as you can see, it looks way better with the track. And I got it for $50 on Amazon. So they have like a bunch that are like over $100, or like they tell you to get a table saw or a track saw, and they're all like really expensive. But I knew I could not do a straight line. So this was like the cheapest one. It's also really long, so a lot of like the cheap ones are like really short. So this one I knew was long enough for my project, and I knew that I didn't need like a fancy saw. Like I use my Dremel circle saw. It's like a very mini one, and like some of them you have to have like, your circle saw has to, like, the blade has to be like a certain width or whatever, but like mine is like 3.5, so this worked perfectly for me.